Hey everyone, welcome back to Rob's Car World. Today's quick pick is a 1991 Jaguar XJS V12. Found this car on Craigslist, was posted about a day ago. Let's go check this car out. An interesting year about the 1991 was somewhere in the mid 1991, I think it was in May, Ford's companies became part of, Jaguar became part of Ford Motor Company. And under the Premier Auto Group, Ford decided to drop the name's hyphen. So now it was being marketed as just the XJS. And the designer, Jeff Lawson, also noted some design changes that this particular 1991 doesn't have, because this car was produced from September 1990 to 1991. So this is before the changes that were made when Ford Motor Company came into it. So this is the last of the era, so to speak, of Jaguar. And pros and cons, I don't know. I think both the 1991 midship one and the one that you see here on Craigslist is probably about the same happiness and the same problems, so to speak. These cars are not for beginners. These cars sometimes do take a little bit of time and wrestling to sort through and work out. But when you have a car as nice as this one, you have the basis of working on something that you might really enjoy. Now, we'll get into the price a little bit further, but let's just check out the car and look at the photos. There it is, blowing some smoke out of the exhaust, and I don't see any blue smoke, and hopefully there's no blue smoke, but the design is really beautiful. It's just flowing, beautiful Jaguar lines, and I think as this car line ages, it's aging increasingly well, and more people are seeking out these V12s because of the exotic nature of the automobile. And again, there weren't many imported here to North America, so it has that really exotic look to it, and the exotic complexities of it as well. This V12 is silky smooth. I mean, the car just runs up really well in the RPMs. It's not a rough type car, but it is like a muscle car. Once you start getting into the RPMs and on the highway at 85 miles an hour, you really feel this car really planted really heavily down on the road. It's a luxury feel as well as a sporty feel too. But look at the beautiful cabin and beautiful side moldings, and around the windshield, and the beautiful chrome work around the front windshield and all. Has that original BBS styled wheels, which was really big in those days. The original fog lights are there. It has chrome around the bumpers, which is very pretty. And the rear is just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, with just the way that slope is, the car just basically is very aerodynamic and tapered out to the back. And I think the car looks really nice. The interior of the car here in the trunk bay, he's got the original tire, he's got the original tool kit. Car doesn't look like it has had wear. I'm hoping that it's the same paint, factory paint. Look at that interior. The dashboard looks great. The wood doesn't look like it's chafing or cracking. It's got power seats. All the power group is there. It had an airbag. 1991, that's when airbags really started coming out. This has a nice piping on the side as well. So it's a very good looking car. The seats don't look like they have much wear at all. It's a 2+2, but good luck getting somebody in the back seat. But the styling of this car is absolutely what you're buying here. Now, the headaches of the car, it's like any other Jaguar of the nature. You gotta have a friend that knows these cars that can work on them for you. These are not easy cars to repair and work on, but they're not overly complicated as well. But you're in that exotic realm. I mean, you might as well be pulling up with a Ferrari to your mechanic bay when you pull up to a Jaguar V12 like this. Beautiful gauges, very analytic. The whole thing was before all the digital stuff started coming around. The seat here, surface looks a little chaffed with age, the driver's seat, so you may have to change that if you're really that critical on the car. Door panels look really nice. The engine bay looks extremely well cared for. It just looks very original, and it doesn't look like there's much dirt on it. Now, it might have been detailed and all, but even though it's been detailed, the car looks to be very original, and it looks like to be the original paint and all. But those are the questions you have to ask. All the stickers are there on the side, and hoses and all. And yeah, it's a V12. I mean, it's a big motor. A really nice, complicated car to work on. But silky smooth and beautifully designed, and one of my favorite cars of all time. So now the problem is pricing. Pricing $12,500. It's a lot of money. I've seen V12 Jaguars in my hunting from $8,000, $7,000, $6,000 needing some work. So this car is probably about $3,000 over its value. So it doesn't mean that you shouldn't shop it and consider it. It's just one of those things where, you want to get more information from the seller and look at it if you're local. The nice thing is that he's the second owner and he's had this car for 23 years. I think he's a private owner, so that those are positive things. It looks like an upscale neighborhood, so the car looks like it's been garaged and all that as well. So he can give you a good story on the car, and the originality is, of course, important. So condition, a real originality, and value. So you got condition, originality is there. The value seems to be higher. So I would be more in the $9,000 range on this car, maybe $8,500, $9,000. But you're not too far away from where he's asking, and I doubt he's getting many calls on this car because you really have to be an enthusiast to like these cars as I am. So that's it. It's 1991 Jaguar XJS, just posted here one day ago on Craigslist right outside of Omaha, Nebraska. One of my favorite cars of not all time, but definitely one of my favorite cars. And if you're interested in finding this car, you can just go right on to right here on Craigslist. That's the link. So if you just go to Craigslist in Omaha, Nebraska, 1991 Jaguar XJS, you'll find this car and you'll find these photos that I have here. So yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for joining us. If you like this channel, please subscribe to Rob's Car World, and please give thumbs up as well. And this is Rob Lofaris, and we'll see you here once again. Thanks. Bye.